Oh yeah.
Gross.
Like a thing of beauty.
Give me him.
John, you're killing the buzz here, bud. I'm Gord Bamford. And this is Real Country Livin. Hey everyone, welcome to episode 6 and thanks for tuning in again. I have to be honest, today's episode was probably the most fun to film because it's a drinking episode. And to me, that means knocking back some beer and whiskey with my bandmates and friends and telling stories of life on the road. Now, as most of my fans know, I sing a lot of songs about just sitting back, relaxing and drinking. So this show wouldn't be complete if I didn't share one of my latest drinking songs with you right here on the Drinkin' episode. Beer Cloud is about the feeling you get after you've had a few. You're feeling that glow and nothing else matters. I'll tell you a little more about that later. Right now, it's time to get this party started. Let's see what's on tap for today. Pulled in there and we're all set up. I thought we'd have a little barbecue and then had a few drinks and thought we should have a fire. But we needed wood, so we were surrounded by trees and I had an axe. So it was like the Three Musketeers walking out of the trees with this piece of wood that was as long as my house. Anyways, we have this great fire and we have a great time that night. And wake up the next morning, pumped for the show, and I had to go in the back of my truck for something. I opened up my truck and I got all this chopped up firewood in the back of my It's like, oh, yeah, we should have used that.
That's a nice dry fire. Gord is probably the 3 gallons of diesel that we poured on the asphalt.
Yeah, I just want to empty my tank in my truck. I couldn't even fuel it up.
Gas to start it and diesel to keep it going.
I have a picture from the next day. I walk out of the bus and I go over to where the fire pit was. There's nothing. It's completely clean, and there's a broken axe, a broom, and an empty bottle of whiskey. So I took a picture.
Yeah, so Brent
that pretty much sums it up.
Brent went like maniac on it, and he busted the axe.
Yeah.
So we should go around the room and actually introduce everybody. Cause maybe we'll just start here because not everybody knows everybody. So
Steve Wilson, I think I met Gordon pretty much playing hockey, and
we had some good.
played a few years
good
of hockey together, yeah. And
I got kicked out of that league.
Yeah, you did. Or quite a few games, anyways.
You can tell us same story as Kyle. Well, he likes to fight.
Played the All-Star together, but yeah, and then we've just been friends ever since. A lot of mutual friends.
Yeah.
Dustin, been friends with Gord for a long time. He used to think at one time he could throw a hard ball faster than I could, but and he proved it.
Kyle, I've known Gord for 25 years. Good friend, live close by, same likes. He can sing a little better than me, but other than that.
Could be brothers.
This is a good friend of mine, Kyle. He's known him for 25 years. And good guy. He's always willing to help and good fishing guide.
Does he know where your drone is?
I've had 2 dive teams in here and they can't find it. Tomorrow, it's been pretty windy out here, so that you can't see down there. They can't even feel, so they're like get a couple calm days. So I may phone them tonight. Come out tomorrow.
Couple more Tito's.
Yeah, I might go look for it.
GPS, it's out there.
We got a GPS. We know
It's in the
exactly
water.
where it's at. Yeah. Lisa, you go too.
Oh, me? It's me. I'm Lisa Dodd. I'm Gord's bass player since 2012.
I'm Ryan Davidson. I play accordion for Gord. I've known Gord for about 20 some years, but I've been in the band since the same time as Lisa, 2012.
And you don't play accordion.
I don't play accordion.
Tambourine.
Right around the corner here.
I'm Roger West. I'm playing Gord's party tonight. Honored to be here. Good man. Thanks for having me, Gord.
What's your band, Roger?
The Roger West and the Bounty Hunters band.
Right on.
Awesome. Sounded great too at soundcheck.
Thank you.
I'm Chris Rollick. I play with Roger, but I grew up on the Colne with Gord, and we started the first band together in '95, and
I didn't know you were going to be here, so I was like, I look up at the scene, like, that's Chris. So yeah, we did start our first band together, and he's a great picker. And a little bit of a history on Chris is his aunt's Katie Lang, so it's kind of cool to. It's great to see you again, man. And
you
your
too,
tone, I never missed that tone, picking, great picking. So I'm looking forward to seeing you play tonight. So.
Thank you so much. Great to be here.
I'm Byron.
How you know me, Byron?
Met Gord through some mutual friends that are out here, and been gracious enough to let me hang out at a few of his parties, and I've crashed a few, and been a good time. Good meeting you.
You too, buddy. Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm Mike, known Gord about 10 years. We've done lots of traveling together. Vegas and Europe, and
yes, sir. It's been fun.
A few good nights together.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Gord Bamford drinking story?
We had a good one a couple weeks ago with
Oh, jeez.
well,
that was right before another drive-in.
Oh, man. Yeah. I don't know how much we should say, but I got up the next morning to check the bill to see what time we'd left the restaurant. It was like 6:30 at night.
Yeah.
Didn't remember paying the bill. They started at noon, and it was a Monday. Oh, God.
We'll be right back with Real Country Livin'. You're listening to and watching Real Country Livin' with Gord Bamford.
Put all three in front.
Hi, Pace. You want to be in this?
No, I don't.
No
I'm just
beer for
getting
you.
something from mom.
What does she need?
Alcohol.
A beer. You ready to sing us a song?
Nope.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Hey Gord, I was thinking, how old is Nash now? What's he up to?
So he turned 16 on the 30th, so what, a few days ago?
Yeah.
Just been working out hard, and he's playing hockey, so he's was lucky enough to get drafted 2 years ago in the Western League by Kamloops, which is a great organization, and he's up training right now with the junior A team in Kamloops, so we don't know what's going on this year with this COVID stuff, but he'll probably play another year at AAA, and his goal is to play in the Western League. He's growing way too fast.
He was just a toddler when I used to hang
Yeah, wait till you see him, man.
Yeah.
He thinks he's tough. I mean, he tried him once. He is. I don't have any more. I don't. Yeah. Yeah. So yesterday he was up at Camrose. So he texted me. He's like, I lit it up today, Dad. I'm like, oh yeah, what'd you do? So in Camrose they have this drill. At the end of the game, you get two chances. So you shoot on the goalie from the hash marks, and if he saves it, you can deke him. And if you don't score, you got to skate. Well, he said that every time from the hash mark, 7 times in a row, he sniped the goalie, the starting goalie from last year. He won the whole thing as a 16-year-old. So he said that one of the veterans come up to the coach and said, why don't you put him on the power play? He's not even signed. So I guess he had a pretty good day there yesterday. So that was good for him.
Another Brett Hall.
Who knows? Nash is like any kid, you know. I think they're built a little different these days. I mean, some days they got it, some days they don't. They just, you know, the difference is every day you got to go after it. It's like work or the music business. You can't. There's no slacking off. You got to go. So I guess yesterday he was going, but I watched him the day before that. He was good one period, bad the next. So I guess that's how you learn.
Let's keep going down the line. Yeah. Favorite Gord Bamford song, Steve. Small town guy. I still like 24 by 24 as well.
That's cool. Like hearing the old stuff. Like even the other night I was telling that story. Like someone's like, we don't even play that anymore. But when you hear that, it's like. And I said it to the guy in the car. I'm like, okay, that's a fan because they've been there from the start, right? So yeah, that was when country was country.
Yeah. When the song comes on and you turn it up a little bit and listen to the words.
Yeah.
Was that on the radio?
Yeah, that was my first top 10 song was Heroes, but that song kind of kickstarted it, and the Peace Country loved it, like that 24.
That Man of the House was good too.
The Man of the House is another one that could, like Lisa said, could come back. Oh, you'd love that. Man of the House is really good.
What's your favorite song to sing?
Like original song? I mean, I never get tired of leaning on Lonesome Song. I mean, it's just, you know, it means a lot to me. It's a great song. And even when your lips are so close, never get tired of that. I mean, it sounds bad to say that. You should never get tired of hits that you've had, because it's not really about you, it's about them. But yeah, probably Lonesome Song. Probably some of my favorite songs are just about to come out. Like I've been recording songs for the last year. And a song called Diamonds in a Whiskey Glass is coming here right away, and then a song called Heaven on Dirt. And probably my best stuff's yet to come, which is weird after all these years. Yeah.
Well, I mean, obviously it's work. Everybody has to pay the bills, right? But I do know Gord loves what he does. When he's home, it's great, but I know he always looks forward to being back on the road.
I think she does too.
And playing music and, being in front of people. I mean, because he sees that people love it. They're singing along to the songs. It's a night out for them. It's maybe it's a date night with their wife. Maybe it's the first concert they've taken their kids to. Maybe it's a particular song that that hits home, right? That they embrace, that makes them feel good. I think every song or story that you tell says something about Gord. His music is very kind of who he is.
It's crazy to think it's been, close to 20 years. I don't know, 9 records later, but I gotta be honest with you, I'm really excited about it. It feels like I'm just getting rolling again because it's the best music I've ever cut. We've got a whole bunch of it in the can, and we can't wait to get back on the road and put out this new music and turn the next chapter in the book of my career, because it's I feel like we got a lot left yet.
I like them all, but probably the one I can relate to the most is Off the Grid.
Yeah, for sure you could.
Yeah.
So that's true, because actually when we built this house, we moved back from Nashville and I had nowhere to go, so Dustin just lived up the road and he's like, I got some living quarters here, you can live here and stay in the shop with the trailer. So we lived at his place for a year, and Dustin's place is kind of like this place, except way busier. So that's where everybody goes to have cocktails.
Yeah. What was your first concert?
Like mine?
Oh, Dustin's first concert ever.
I never did any. You don't want to hear me sing.
What's up, Nash? There he is. Nash, come here for a sec. Chris, you wouldn't remember Chris Rollick from when he was asking about it. So that's Chris. Say hi to Chris.
Hey, bud.
3 years old.
You asleep?
Yes.
Tough day at school or what?
Just woke up, school.
Still got the lines from your mask.
Yeah, he's a little bigger, eh?
Wow.
No little guy anymore. No. I'm getting pretty greased here, so I got to keep going. So Lisa Dodd's over there. She's from Hannah, and some of you guys have met her, but she's been with me since 2012. She says, right?
January 1st, 12 noon.
She would know. What's the 10-year bonus worth?
I don't know. I've been meaning to talk to you.
So when you have success, which I'm lucky to have, you end up attracting incredible musicians. So my band it makes it pretty easy for me up there. I screw up more than them, put it that way. But a lot of people don't know how vocally talented they are either, and they all sing great. And we have a spot in our show where I get to showcase them, and it's fun. Kind of make the hair in my arm stand up. Lisa does, and so I always love when she plays songs. And one of my favorites is this cover song. So. Would you play it for us?
The Jason Isbell song?
Yeah. All right.
A heart on the run keeps a hand on the gun. Can't trust anyone. I was so sure what I needed was more. I could shoot out the sun. somebody knew I was meant for someone. So go leave your boots by the bed, we ain't leaving this room. So someone needs medical help or the magnolias bloom. It's cold in this house, but I ain't going out to chop wood. Cover me up, know you're enough to use me for good. Put your faith to the test, I tore off your dress in Richmond all high. But I sobered up, I swore off that stuff forever this time. The old lover seen I thought it'd be me who helped him get home. But home was a dream, the one I hadn't seen till you came along.
I mean, success is kind of a funny word because I think we base it always on the monetary. What you have, what people think you have, maybe even perception. And in the music business, perception is pretty big.
Yeah.
You can have great songs, a great team of people behind you, but it's how people perceive you or your music. So success is a hard thing to measure, I think.
I think it's I guess it's how you define it.
Yeah,
Success,
and I don't think we really define it in those ways. I think
For us, I think as long as we can provide for our family and have a nice place and, be comfortable with everything we have, that's good enough for us. I mean, we don't really look at it any other way. I mean, it's every year we start over again. It's a new year, it's a new day, and we just try to live a positive life and teach our kids the proper things to do and work hard, and all that word success usually comes with all that stuff. So if you do that all right, then it's pretty simple. I've always just wanted to make a good living, support and provide for my family and my kids, and be able to have some fun in life. And I think waking up every day loving what you do. I think there's a lot of people out there that aren't real happy when the alarm clock goes off, and for me, I am. I love what I do, and just to love it, man. I just love being in the business, and I love playing music. So, I try to tell my kids, like, pick something that you love, just don't do something that you're not going to like the rest of your life. I think where there's a will, there's a way. There's always a way. May not be the way that you want it to go or ideal situation, but there's always a way to succeed if you work hard and you believe in it. And if you have the right team of people behind you, it takes a lot of time to get to where you want to be, but you can achieve pretty much anything you put your mind to, and I really believe that.
Cover me up, know you're enough to use me for good.
Cerveza.
I think Ryan needs another beer. He's still playing good. Get him another beer.
So Lisa, tell us how long you know Gord, how you guys hooked up.
Well, actually, since 2012 was how I know Gord, but the first time I ever saw you was in Grand Prairie. I was playing up at Tracks, and we stayed out in Claremont at Kelly Sutherland, the famous chuck wagon racer. Kelly Sutherland he had the Sutherland Inn out in Claremont, and then he owned Tracks in Grand Prairie. Yeah. I was playing out there, and we were staying at the hotel, and you were in the lobby talking with Kelly or Dean, who's the manager of the bar, or somebody out there.
Doing a deal?
Yeah, working some kind of deal, yeah. Setting something up, and we were heading down to the restaurant with me and my band, probably going to eat. They had Chinese food down in the restaurant down there. And I could hear you out there talking, and I said, who's that guy? And somebody said, well, it's Gord Bamford, he's a singer. I said, I've never heard of him. Seriously. And then the next time I met you was 2012. Our drummer, Chad Melcher, he was the band leader at the time. He made all the phone calls, and actually I wasn't the first choice. I think I was the third choice.
That's his fault.
We played a New Year's gig in my hometown in Hanna, Alberta, and Ryan said he got a little hint, I think, from Chad that I was going to get the call. So he said, don't get all excited or anything, but you might get a call today for a gig.
The first gig you played with me was in Olds. Remember that?
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
See, I don't forget.
Sue Levac, who's a beautiful singer and an amazing bass player and a good friend of mine. She was Gord's bass player at the time, and she had to take a show off for some reason. She needed time off, so they called me to play this. It wasn't even.
It was in the theater there.
Yeah, it was in a theater, and it was
in
like
college.
broadcast out on the internet.
Yeah.
That was back when the interwebs were just small.
Yeah.
It was new. It's kind of a cool thing. And I tried really hard, memorized all the songs, and I walked in and played with the previous band before his band. And I was pretty nervous. Yeah, that was something.
Lisa was on the road forever with her own band. She did great. Traveled all over the U.S. and Canada.
Yeah.
As you can see how she could with her vocals like that. But she's a great addition. I've always said it. No offense to the guys in the band, but she's the easiest person I've ever worked with. Doesn't complain, just wants to get on the bus and go to work.
Yep.
Just does her job.
I don't need much.
Yeah.
A pillow to put my head on and a next show. That's all I need.
Yeah. It's true.
What's your favorite part about working with Gord, Lisa?
I don't know, the money and the chicks. No, seriously, I had my own band for years, and I did my own sound with the help of my husband and my band at the time. We drove our own vehicles. We had a pickup truck and a van, and we slugged it out all over North America. Man, it was ugly. We slept in back alleys in our vehicles and got to the club when it wasn't open. We had the most Spinal Tap road stories, and in 2012, my life changed, man. We got a crew. They set everything up. We got a bus. The bus driver drives us everywhere. I feel safe. I feel taken care of. One of the first things Daryl said to me was, hey, don't load that gear. You're going to hurt your fingers.
He doesn't do that anymore. He tells someone else to do it. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, you'll get to hear one of my newest songs off the latest album, right here on Real Country Livin with Gord Bamford. Welcome back to Real Country Livin. Yeah, I think most of my songs are real simple, and Beer Cloud's kind of like a anthem for the working man and working woman out there. It's you're out there on a warm day, a hot day, and you're pounding that hammer, or you're working in the fields, and you just can't wait for that beer cloud to roll in so you can get inside and put your feet up and crack a cold one. Hope you guys enjoy this song. It's called Beer Cloud.
Concrete's kicking, everybody's butting that cotton picking. Day's been a long one, been there since dawn, working away like ants in a race, up and down that ladder. Been thinking about a cold one at Old Mally's Tavern, looking for a reason to just call it a day. Hey, we're all praying for a beer cloud to bust through a blue sky, clear out. Go find a good time, pour that party bucket upside down. Hey, and point the bottom to the sky. Chug a lug it when the bottle runs dry. Get some more of it, they ain't asking for a lot, just a few drops on this drought. hard-nosed rancher, sweating like a dog and watching that clock in slow-mo. Your throat is dry, your back is aching, your neck is fried like sun-cooked bacon. You need a break, waiting for a whistle to blow. Whoa, you need a beer cloud to bust through a blue sky, clear out. Go find a good time, pour that party bucket upside down. Hey, and point the bottom to the sky, chug a lug and when the bottle runs dry, get some more of it. Ain't asking for a lot, just a few drops on this drought. Come on, bring on a beer cloud. We're all praying for a beer cloud, bust through a blue sky, clear out. Go find a good time, pour our party bucket upside down. Hey, and point the bottom to the sky, chug a lug and when the bottle runs dry, get some more of it. Ain't asking for a lot, just a few drops on this drought. So come on, bring on a beer cloud.
Thanks for watching and listening to the Drinkin' episode. I hope you had as much fun as we did. And don't forget to download the song Beer Cloud off my newest album, Diamonds in a Whiskey Glass, which is available everywhere right now. Now that we've come to the end of the series, I hope you're inspired to go out and discover your own version of what real country living means to you. Whether you live in the suburbs, the prairies, or the city, everyone has some real country in them. The songs and stories may change, but the traditions remain the same. Until next time, thanks for watching and listening. And we'll see you on the road real soon.